Today I'll be sharing another wash and go combination for all of my girls that are struggling to get a defined wash and go, so stay tuned. Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:42. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the wash and go. I've done everything as far as my wash day is already complete. If you guys want to see what my wash day looks like, you'll have to go and check out some of my other videos. It's pretty much redundant at this point, so I don't want to keep doing it and including it in every single video. I wanted to be able to go ahead and just jump straight into the style. So again, you guys can tell from the title, we're doing a wash and go. And today I'm going to be using the Extreme Wetline Gel. I'm also going to be using the Spiked Honey Mousse by Camille Rose. This is the one that I mentioned to you guys in my previous video, and I told you guys that I pretty much like to go in and use my mousses as a refresher throughout the week. So this is one of my favorite ones. This one smells really good. I love this one. It smells so sweet and it's very noticeable on the hair, so you will smell this throughout the week. So again, if you are one of those people that do not like highly scented products, then I would not recommend this one because you're definitely going to smell this one. It has a strong smell, but like I said, it's very sweet and I personally like it. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite oils, and this is the Jamaican Castor and Lime, and this is the Braid Elixir. So I actually like to use this as just my oil. I'm going to mix this with the mousse because with the previous wash and go that I did in the other video, I noticed that whenever I went in to stretch my hair with my blow dryer, I did get some, they weren't like flakes, as in like, they weren't really large flakes, but it flaked up. So I do want to say that I'm hoping that me going in with this oil, it'll kind of combat that, because whenever I went in with the oil after it kind of flaked on me, it got rid of that. So it wasn't noticeable to the point where it was like flakes sitting on top of the hair. It was just like if you did like this, they would kind of like dust off. So I'm hoping that the oil will combat that, but I'm also hoping that the oil does not doesn't take away from the definition. I don't know if I should go in after, maybe like after I put the gel on, and once I'm completely done, just kind of take the oil and kind of scrunch it in. I have no idea how I want to do it, so I'm actually just gonna figure that out right now, but that's what we're gonna do. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I already have 2 braids on the side, and this is how I like to wear my wash and go as well. It's actually one of my favorite kind of preferred ways whenever I want to keep my hair out of my face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and section this off, section the back off. And right now I don't have any product in my hair. Now I did go in with my, I did go in with some product and oil for my braids. I used my Cream of Nature Double Duty Stretch Pudding, which if you're not new to my channel, you know that that's one of my favorites to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some nail cam, because I showed y'all those because I'm actually about to put my gloves back on. I wore these in my last video because you can see that the charms on there, they pull on the hair. So I'm one of those girls, I love my nails. I love having them done, and I like to have, sometimes I like them plain, but more than likely I'm gonna have some form of a charm on there at some point. And so to keep that from pulling, we're just gonna go in and wear some gloves. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I just remade me some horsetail spray. So I'm gonna go in and mist this back down because it has dried out a little bit. And we just wanna wet that back down some. I'm gonna split these 2 parts in half, go in, make sure again that the ends and everything is detangled nicely. And this is a 4-in-1 styler, which is why I thought maybe this would serve as a good mousse. And I also think I put too much of this on, and I think that that could have been a problem too with my last wash and go. So I may do less of the mousse after this section. I hate that I put so much of this on. Let me try to wipe some of this off with my towel. Like, that's way too much. So just kind of brush that through. I may go in and get a little bit more of it off. And I do feel like this one, opposed to the mousse that I used in my previous video, starting off with just a tad bit of gel, I feel like that this mousse does define my hair a little bit better. So I didn't get really any definition with the Dew mousse. So we're gonna see if this one shocks me. And honestly, y'all, if this doesn't turn out well, we're gonna switch back to what worked, because I still do have to wear my hair like this to work. So I need to make sure whatever I'm doing actually gives me definition. And one thing that I'm going to do different this time is I'm actually going to go in and kind of finger curl some of these. And that is giving us good definition. So I'm just going to have to hope that this does not do like the wet line and the Dew and give me those flakes. And like I said, I may add a little oil at the end in hopes of kind of combating that. But it looks like this mousse and wet line combo is just, where is it? I mean, look at that. So in my previous video, I told you guys that I wasn't gonna go in and just a little bit more to my roots to make sure that they really stay down and defined. I mean, not defined, but kind of stay down and not frizzy. In the previous video, I told you all that I wasn't gonna go in where they naturally separated, but I am going to do it this time because I do want to make sure that this is really defined and that it's gonna last me throughout the week. So just gonna go in and just give it like one little twirl, because this combination, you guys can see, is already defined. But I want to kind of go in and separate the curls. I don't want to leave them clumped, because I feel like whenever I separate my curls and kind of help them with the definition, my curls last a lot longer throughout the week. I feel like they tend to frizz up a little bit more whenever I don't do that. But you guys can see here the definition again. So at least we know that this combination is going to work together. So we will do the same thing over here. I actually don't remember if I sprayed with horsetail, and if I did, it's fine. I think I did. But just spritz this down with water. Give it a quick run through. There it is. And this time, to make sure it's detangled, I'm gonna do one pump this time because I feel like I used way too much on that previous section. Yeah, one pump is definitely gonna be enough. This one's a lot more foamy than that other, the other one that I used. So even with using less, I'm still having to go in and kind of get some of that mousse out. So maybe I need to do like a half of a pump. And just taking a gel and smoothing it right over. And I really love how this feels. Like it's just going, it's gliding through my hair so nicely. And let's see what it's doing for definition. And again, very satisfied with the way my curls are forming. And just going in where they naturally separate. And look at that definition. I really think I'm about to be a mousse and gel girl. So it's pretty much just gonna be a repeat. And if you guys remember in my last video, I told you all that the sides of my hair are kinkier than the back and the front. So I feel like it may be 4B. And so that's always the hardest part of my hair to get defined. But with that last product combination, and we're gonna test it out here, we're gonna see if it takes a lot of effort for me to get it defined with this mousse. So we'll just go in. I will say the only thing I don't like about this mousse is that no matter the amount that I apply, it just is still a lot. And I don't know if that's gonna work to my benefit or if it's going to lead to flaking, which is what I'm mostly nervous about. And just look at the definition without me even going in and doing any kind of shingling or separating. So I definitely think if you are a type 4 natural and you are struggling with creams and gels, you may want to seriously try out these mousses. This mousse and gel combination. I like wet line because it doesn't have any alcohol in the product, and I feel like I love the hold that my type 4 hair gets. I've tried Eco Style and other gels in the past, and I just haven't they didn't work for me. So I haven't tried out any of the newer gels, I will say that. So I don't know how those would work for my hair, but my wet line is kind of like my tried and true gel, and I'm always kind of nervous to steer away from it. So I can't speak to any of the newer gels, but like Eco, I don't use that at all. So I'm just gonna finish this side up with you guys on camera, and then I'm gonna come back once my hair is completed, because I'm just mainly gonna do the same thing over and over. But I do want to complete this side with you all. I'm also wondering too if me spraying this water is what's making that mousse act that way. Because I don't remember this mousse being this foamy. But I don't think I've ever applied it to just wet hair either, since I only really use it as a refresher. But nonetheless, I am satisfied with the way my curls are being defined while using it. So we'll just have to see how it turns out. But right now it looks like, you know, my curls are being held in place, and it is a styling mousse. So that's the only reason I'm not too worried about it, because with it being a 4-in-1 styler, it will probably, I think it's one of the benefits of it is that it's also supposed to be like a style setter. So hopefully once it dries down, my curls will be set in place. And let me kind of show you guys as best as I can. I'm just kind of naturally feeling where my hair splits. And then I'm just kind of pulling them apart. And I pull down as I twist around the finger to make sure I'm working that product back into the hair. So you don't ever want to pull where your hair doesn't naturally separate, because that's how you're going to create frizz. And I love a good hard curl, so I want all of my curls to hold as much as possible. So I'm gonna do this last section right here with y'all, and then I'll come back to show y'all the finished product and how I plan to add the oil. I will say, I feel like this styler mousse compared to the Dew mousse mousse that I used, I do feel like this one is a lot more moisturizing, which isn't shocking because that's why I use it as a refresher throughout the week, because it is very moisturizing. It would add moisture and shine back into my hair, but I am noticing that this one feels a lot more moisturizing on my hair. And kind of separate that off so I can go through in smaller sections to really make sure I'm defining these curls. And And one thing that I do want to say too, if y'all are wondering, wash and goes are a style that I wear often whenever I'm not protective styling. I don't deal a whole lot with single strand knots. And even if I do get them, it's not a lot of them. And I go through and I take my time with detangling, which is why I always like to go in with pre-poo, because I need something that's going to melt away my tangles. So that way, whenever I do go in to detangle, after I finger detangle, I can go in with a brush. And I've grown my hair while wearing wash and goes. I'm currently in the process of growing my hair back out because I did damage it with a style that I had, but I've never had an issue with wash and goes. So I know a lot of people worry about that, but I don't have a lot of issues with it. And I think the reason why I don't is because I do go in throughout the week to stretch it with heat, and I feel like that kind of loosens a lot of those. So I just wanted to add that. But this is what my hair looks like right now. So you guys can see my hair is defined. I'm gonna go ahead so I can finish this off camera, and then I will come back once it is completed. We'll finish it up, and that will be the end of our wash and go. Okay, so I have completed all of my hair now, and I will say that I feel like my hair is a little bit more curlier, obviously, because I went in and I separated each curl so they aren't as clumped together as they were in the previous wash and go. I'm gonna just take a little bit of this. I'm just taking a little bit of my oil, and I'm just gonna run it through my fingers like this, and just kind of, I'm barely touching it. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is gonna make much of a difference, but I also don't want that oil to kind of mess up my hold. So I'm just adding that, hoping that that is going to help. That is going to help with the dry down process and not cause any flaking, but I don't know. Just have to see. So like in the other video, I'll come back and show you guys. Hopefully I can remember to do it every day. Show you guys what my hair looks like. But overall, I am well pleased with this. And like I told you guys, I love the smell of that honey mousse. So that is pretty much going to be it. I hope that this video is helpful for you guys. And I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, this method right here will keep down on some of that flaking whenever I go in to stretch my hair out. So I'm not sure how my hair is going to look tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to stretch it or not, but of course I will let you guys know all of that. And I'm hoping that this turns out well, so that way you guys can have another wash and go option to use if you are trying to get your hair to be more defined. So that is going to be it. Stay tuned for the clips after, but if you did like this video, please do give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also feel free to turn on my notification bell so that you'll know every time I post new content. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. All right, y'all, so this is day one of me like officially wearing it out. I finished my hair yesterday like around maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, and then I pretty much allowed it to dry until I went to sleep, maybe like around 11 or 12. So it is now currently 5:41, and I just took my hair down. I need to either include a picture or just show you guys kind of how I stretched it overnight. I did go in with my blow dryer, but it kind of molded to the way I had it stretched. So my hair was still also kind of wet a little bit because it wasn't completely dry when I went to sleep last night either. So I did go in with my blow dryer, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So on the first day, I don't go in and do a lot of stretching, like crazy stretching, because I do want my hair to last as long as possible without having to go in and make any adjustments like adding either more mousse or more gel. I do want to say that I think that this gel is going to be a little bit better because I did not get any flaking with this at all. I didn't have any white flurries flying around when I turned my blow dryer on, and I don't have any white cast. So I haven't actually checked the back of my hair, so I do need to check that. But as far as what I could see when I started blow drying my hair, I didn't have anything. And I do want to say that compared to the wet line and the Do Most Def mousse that I use, this one is more hydrating, which I'm not shocked by because as I reiterated already earlier, I use this Camille Rose one specifically to rehydrate my hair throughout the week. So it feels very soft to the touch. It doesn't feel dried out, and I really like how my hair feels now compared to how it felt with the other gel and mousse combination. So far I'm going to say that this is probably my favorite, and I also like how it looks right now too. I feel like the definition is a lot better because I went in and shingled it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 360, show you guys what my hair looks like. And I really hate that I don't have my light right now, so I hope that you guys can actually see. I may actually do another 360 a little bit closer up for you guys, but my hair feels so much more lightweight than it did with the other hairstyle. And I do want to say, if you're wondering how I clip this down, I didn't use bobby pins. I used the old school clips that like you can kind of hear it pop. I just used 2 of those to clip my hair, the 2 pigtails, to clip the 2 braids in the back. So that's how I did that. And that's pretty much it. So this is going to be day 1. Like I said, I'm going to get a little bit closer just so you can see the definition, just in case me not having my light doesn't really show you guys anything. And then I will check back in with you guys pretty much the entire week to show you guys how this worked out for me. Okay, y'all, so really quickly, I just want to let you guys know that it is officially day 8 with this wash and go, and I pretty much wore my hair how you guys saw me show it for the last 7 days. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I did refresh my hair throughout the week. So by refresh, what I mean is doing stuff like, if I felt like it needed more definition, then I would just go in with my horsetail spray, spray it down, and pretty much reactivate the gel and the mousse that was already there, and then then later in the week, I would do the exact same thing, but then I would add a little bit more mousse and a little bit more gel. And as you guys saw, I had no flakes. So I did also go in and stretch my hair a little bit with my blow dryer, but I did not have to do that every day because it pretty much kind of stayed like this. So whenever I go in with the blow dryer is usually when I start to see the flakes. And the most that I got was maybe like little small, they almost kind of looked like dust particles, but they weren't, I didn't have any white cast, I didn't have any white residue, and I didn't have like basically like white flakes falling off on my shirt. So I'm gonna let you guys know now that I pretty much think that this probably will be my mousse and gel wash and go. If I do decide to do any cream combination, then like I said, it will be that curl enhancing smoothie by Shea Moisture. But I feel like the mousse and the gel was a lot easier, and it was definitely a lot faster to go through my hair like that. So I'm actually getting ready to go ahead and film another wash day for you guys, but I'm thinking I'm going to be doing some 3-strand twists, and I'm going to be doing them a little bit bigger just because I don't want to do a whole lot of them, because at the end of the week, it's currently Monday right now, so on Sunday I plan on going in and doing some mini twists. So I'm just going to do something really quick to get me by until Sunday when I can do mini twists. You guys have seen my hair in twists before. I'm thinking that I'm going to do them even smaller to be true mini twists, because I do plan on leaving those up for maybe a month, so that way I can wash my hair with them in like every 2 weeks, because I work a week and then I'm off a week. So I'm going to do that in order to keep them kind of refreshing, but I really want to keep this growth that I have going. You guys know that I've been on my journey of kind of growing my hair back and getting it back healthier. As I mentioned, I am going to also be going in and showing you guys the stuff that I used to make for my own hair in order to grow it out nice and healthy. So I'm going to be taking you guys along that journey as well. That should start coming around in the next few videos, because I am now down to my last deep conditioner, like my store-bought deep conditioner. So I'll be showing you guys my butters that I make for my hair, my oils. I have some of it already made as far as like the oil, so I'll have to wait until I make it again to record it and show it to you guys. But I do want to let you guys know that all of that kind of stuff is coming. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.